the one that had the hardest rapper out my city song that was on BET Jams.
Oh yeah, and I shot that one. Yeah. So he had a song on BET Jams.
Man, they let me on BET Jams somehow. So. Yeah, hardest rapper out my city. They let me on there. They made me bleep. They made me bleep the word cracker out. I've never said that anywhere to now, but BET Jams, they made me beep the word cracker out. And my manager at the time, he was like, "Well, he's white. He's calling himself a cracker." But you still gotta bleep it. So,
that's a cool.
And hey, I got a video of me watching it on TV, and it bleeping the word cracker out. So
that's gonna be a short. That's gonna be the best short ever.
Yeah, BET Jams made me bleep out cracker. That's a short.
That's a short right there, bro. That's hilarious.
And my manager at the time was like, "He's calling himself a cracker." You know.
That darn well might be the intro to the whole video.
Yeah. No. Hey, it's Marcotic, Mobile Home Rich. Thank y'all for watching the interview. Shout out to Drew Rippey. Mobile Home Rich, a way of life. Y'all check it out.
Guys, I'm sitting here with Marcotic, the self-proclaimed mobile home richest of the mobile home richest, Sumner, Simpson County native. He's got it going on. He's got the tattoos. Look, show me your new tattoos, bro.
Hey man, I got a lot of new nice tattoos. Look, I got my trailer. Since y'all last seen me, I got my trailer tattooed on my arm for the Mobile Home Projects album. Shout out White Gold. I got a lot of new ones since y'all seen me. I'm trying to fill them in, fix all the messed up ones, and just leave them in. Got Single Wide Certified on my neck. Next album coming out is called Single Wide Certified, so I tattooed that on my neck. Yeah, shout out to Joshua Small, Typical Tat. That's who does my tattoos, man. So
you got a Mobile Home Rich logo on you?
Yeah, I got a Redneck Rave logo here. Logo.
There's a Mobile Home.
My trailer tattooed on me twice. It says Mobile Home Records. So that's my second trailer tattooed on me. It says Mobile Home Rich, Pro Tools logo. Got the little Punisher, Break It Through the Skin. The second for Roman 2. Yeah, I done got tatted up since you last seen me, man. I got them down my legs.
Hey, he's got
working on them.
Hey, man, he's a walking billboard advertisement, man. We got it going on. But yeah. So let's I guess it's been a while. You got anything new going on? Let's start there, and then we can start with some questions.
Yeah, man, we got
what you got going on? Albums or tour shows?
Yeah, we've been on the tour with Lil White and Just in Time here lately. That's the tour that we've been going and doing. So shout out to them. Man, that tour has been, it's been something else. We had
both good dudes.
I did a music video to a song called White Trash, the last show that we had in Memphis. Josie Scott was there, in it. C-6 was there. And there's a lot of people in the building that night. There's a lot of people.
Oh, I love Josie Scott, bro.
Yeah, man, Josie Scott's awesome. That's somebody when I met, like, I was real excited to meet, been listening to since I was a kid. But yeah, so he got in the music video. We gave him a Mobile Home Rich chain and some merch, so that was awesome to see he wore the Mobile Home Rich chain. So I thought that was cool.
That is cool, man.
And
that's
really cool to have. If you see the White Trash video, he's in it.
Y'all check out the White Trash video. Marcotic just released with, I think it's
the Supreme Lyrics.
Supreme Lyrics. Yeah. So y'all check that out. Josie Scott's in there. Shout out Josie Scott, man. Whenever I was a kid, I loved Saliva. That CD,
boom.
Yeah, Click Click Boom, and there was a couple other songs, man. And I remember I've taken a hiatus on filming videos and stuff a lot, but I remember whenever I saw those pictures on the internet, I was like, man, what the crap, man.
Yeah. No, it was
Wish
awesome.
I could have been there, bro.
He was at a couple shows, actually. He was one in, Oklahoma he was in Tulsa, and then he was at the Memphis one. He hosted the Memphis one, so that was dope. So shout out to Just in Time and White for letting me on that tour. Yeah. We've had Rich Regal, Space Dad been on it, Larry Del Reed. So man, it's been it's been fun. In between that, I've been doing other shows and stuff like that. So
shout out to all the homies. So Josie Scott. So we can go back. So I'll ask you some questions in a minute. But Josie Scott. So real quick, while we're on that, what was it like having a legend just like being opening up shows, being there with legends, Little White too, Josie Scott from back when we were kids, man.
I don't know, that's something always awesome, like to me, which now at this point in my career I've done, met so many legends and people I looked up to. I guess you kind of get used to like meeting them, and they're just like regular people, but
after a while,
it's still like amazing to, like for me, grow up from burning CDs in the trailer, wanting to be an artist or a musician, you know what I mean, and burning CDs in the trailer to going to actually being around all those people. It's crazy to see, and it's something that people thought never would happen type of thing, you know what I mean? It's like a dream come true. You spend your whole life dreaming to do a certain thing that you really get to go out there and do, and it's something that I gotta like wake up every day, and that's something I really do too. And I guess people always talk about like how hard I work and how much stuff I've been putting out since I've started here lately, or the last few years anyway, since I came back. And it's like an everyday thing. It's like something you wake up and you do every day. It's something you think about every day. It's just something you live like every day.
It's a way of life.
I'll be on tour shooting music videos and still recording songs. So even when we're in the Airbnb, I'm recording. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's a fact. That's real. Yeah. We were both there. I mean, I've always said it. I said it during Chad Arnes' interview. Yeah, I mean, you really do work. One of the hardest I've ever seen working. A lot of people get sick of it. They fall out and stuff. But I mean, I think that's a big part of why you're finally getting where you're going, man.
To me too, it's like, I don't know, I always looked at music as like a way to make money in your sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, there's not a lot of stuff, like for somebody want to like make a living off something. There's not a lot of stuff you can do and make money off of in your sleep to where you don't have to do nothing at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people streaming and buying your music and playing your music, I feel like at least I put my money into something that even when I'm like dead and gone, it's a catalog I get to leave to my kids type thing. So it's like a legacy I'm trying to build. And I want 30 albums in my catalog. Like that's my goal. I want 30 albums out. Like before I die, I want 30 albums.
Nice. How many do you have right now?
I think right now I have 6 out.
Okay.
I have to sit and really.
Well, you're a.
But I have I got 2 ready.
A fifth there. I mean,
I'm not getting started, but my goal is to pump out like 3 of them a year. So
that's good, man. That's a lot of
3
work.
a year, and then 10 years from now, I'll be past it or have it. You know what I mean? So
pretty cool.
That's what I'm trying to do. But
yeah, I think I guess doing things like there's been certain artists I watch on YouTube or whatever for years, and I'm like, man, I'd like to meet them, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happens, and you're like, that's really it's cool, man. It's surreal, like Josie Scott, and Little White for sure, and just becoming from going to like listening to them and something like, man, I'd love just to do some music or whatever, and become that, and then you're on stage with them. That's a really cool. That's such a cool
with White
thing,
for sure. That's somebody that like I always really looked up to, and is like gave me a lot of advice now, and I've been around him a lot now, and
shout out Lil White.
Yeah, shout out White. That's the first song that I did. It's at like 1.2 million. That first song that broke through for me. That like the first song I had break 1 million.
Well, let's do that question. That's kind of a question that I had too. So let's go ahead and talk about that then. In my mind, that would have been my question was, do you remember a turning point to where you were like everything started doing good, and then you were like, hey, this may be something like I can take this seriously and stuff. In my mind, that was probably one of the turning points where you got that feature with Little White, and everybody was like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah, when it started doing good, that was definitely a turning point. But like, so I've been like doing it steady. First show I did was White. I said this in interviews before, but first show I did with White was in 2013.
Oh, okay. You told me that. I forgot.
Yeah, I was young. So I've been doing music a long time, and all that older music, it's not up. You can't really find it anymore. I didn't sound the same at all. I don't even really sound like the same person hardly. Like my style and sound changed so much. My voice changed a lot, and so I tried it forever, and it didn't work, and it didn't work out for me, and I kind of given up. Man, I was working construction in Nashville, and then I had a friend that I was recording, and I just wanted to be an audio engineer. I had a friend I was recording, and he talked me into doing a song with him. Shout out Fan Mob Deezy. That's who it is. I always tell the story because
cool.
I was working construction, planned on being a foreman for doing fire sprinklers the rest of my life. He talked me into doing music again, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll take one last go at it. Like, that's what I literally said. I was like, I'm getting older now, like, I guess I'll take one last go and then go at it and hang it up, which I'd already hung it up, but, he got me back in it. And, not long after that, I did that song, and it was taken off, and that was a turning point. That's when everybody seen me, and that's when I went and, erased all my old catalog, which is about 3 years ago now, 2 years, maybe 2 years now. And I erased my whole catalog and just restarted.
Wow.
So that song, I'm not sure if it has been out 2 years, so I don't want to misquote, but
you've been doing this, so you have been doing this for a long time, just for people who think you're brand new.
Yeah, people always think I'm brand new, and I'm not. It's something I've always done. Something I've wanted to do for my whole life. You know what I mean? I just I rebranded. It's 2 years. It's only been out 2 years.
About 2 years.
So
y'all check that song out. What's that song?
It's called the 3-6 Mafia Tribute.
3-6 Mafia Tribute with Little White, Ethan, I think, and Marcotic.
My friend Ethan was on the song too, on the end of it, and we just did it, man, and it did what it did. And then after that, I just really started, trying to take a go at it, take it serious, and
started making a little success off of it, a little money.
Finally started seeing a song make money, and when I seen a song, I remember that song made $10,000, and when I seen the first $10,000 from that one song, I was like, man, I just need to give me 10 more of these. We're trying to do it, trying to keep up at that ever since. And now I'm to the realization, the bigger I make my catalog, the more money I make. Long story short, so I'm really trying to build it. But going from rapping for 10 years to erasing your whole catalog and restart, you know what I mean? But I didn't want people to hear me like that. You know what I mean?
No, No, I mean, hey, do what you feel like you got to do, and if you feel like your older stuff, obviously you want to put the best product out as an artist. And I feel like just since I've known you, we've been working together, that it's gotten better and better and better and better. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Each album you can tell I had gotten, until I feel like I finally found my sound. I think I found my sound around that Mobile Home Rich album, the one with the necklace, the red album. I think that's where a lot of artists, and for people watching this too, I've literally seen artists that I've told these type of things to, and I've seen them actually do it, and it worked out for them. I tell all artists to, you got to put out top-notch quality.
Yeah.
You're really trying to take a run out of it, and you got albums out that sound like they were just produced in a garage, and you mix and master yourself. They sound terrible. Delete them.
Yeah.
Restart. Because
you told me that.
I did, but I tell everybody that.
Right.
But when people come to hear you on Spotify or any platform, you kind of get one chance. They listen to you. They don't like you. They keep going. They don't ever come back. So if they land on one of your old terrible mixed songs, and they're just now hearing you on Spotify, they're gonna skip you and never come back.
That's true.
That's how I look at it.
Hey, that's some free game right there. First impressions are important. Yeah, first impressions are important. For sure.
And even now, I got some of my first music that I wish I could take down still, but there's certain songs on it now that done well, so I can't take those old albums down. To be honest, there's some of my first albums that you can find I wanted to take down, but I just couldn't because some of the songs and stuff attached to it.
Well,
but
if people like it, sometimes they like the rawness. Sometimes, as long as it's not It's a bad product.
Yeah, everything I left up was produced.
Because you're going to keep progressing. You're going to keep progressing. Oh, okay. So everything you've done from this point on, from that point on, produced by Dub 3030. Shout out Dub.
Yeah, shout out.
Great
Dub.
producer.
Or mix and master, not all produced. Like he didn't make all the beats.
Okay.
But like mix and master by him, he's got the best sound. Some of it I've done myself now too. You know, I had went to school for audio engineering.
That's cool.
The White Trash song that just came out, I mixed and mastered that. My album has some that I mixed and mastered coming out.
Went to school for it, huh? Wow.
Yeah, I did, and I just, you know, I used to always mix. That's what I was saying earlier. I'd always mix and master my own stuff, and it wasn't coming out right. So it's a learning process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's good to learn that side of it too, if you can.
Yeah.
But like, there is a reason why professionals are professionals. And,
oh yeah, for sure.
And you know, Dub's awesome.
I had to leave it to the professionals. Like,
his work delivery, yeah.
That's what, you know, until now I've gotten a lot better, but still not Dub. He's like something special. He's ridiculous.
He's a wizard. Is what he is.
But I'm also too, while we're on here, also talking about producers. I'm doing an album with John Connor too.
Okay.
A rock album.
Shout out John.
So, none of it's out yet, so I think you're the first place that I've announced it like that out. But
hey, an exclusive, Southwind exclusive, baby.
Yeah, me and John Connor are doing like a whole rock album. It's real different, and Alec Williams, my guitarist out there, and we got real instruments, and it's got his touch on it. You know, he's done a lot of big records.
I saw a clip of that. I might add it to this video.
Yeah.
A small clip or something you posted. And dude can play guitar, man.
Oh yeah, he's good.
That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really cool to see.
Yeah, it's the same guy who did the solos at the end of like In My Razor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, most of my guitar has been done by him.
Wow. So we did that one song that we shot a video for up in Indiana. What's the name of that song? I can't remember. We were in the Airbnb, and that was a rock song. That was one of the first rock songs I heard you do.
Yeah, that one was done by Let's Rock, Let's Roll.
Let's Rock, Let's Roll.
That was one of
y'all check that one out. That was really cool, man.
Yeah, that's one of the crowd favorites when I go on stage.
I like that vibe a lot.
But it's different. It's like some old Limp. Like I used to listen to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And like old Kid Rock style stuff.
Yeah.
I really like that type of music. So
Me too.
I try to do my own thing over like a rock beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm kind of excited to hear that some rock because I actually like what you did there, man.
I did some of it on that album, the Hungover on Mud and Whiskey album.
Okay.
But I didn't like fully go. You know, I didn't fully like commit.
Do a full album
to it like that. But.
Cool, man. Well, I mean, it's only going to get more interesting. All right, so let's start at the beginning. We got a nice, good few minutes there of what's going on currently. Let's start at the beginning now. You know, when you was a kid, or do you remember like your first memory or what first artist when you was a kid got you into music and wanted you to, made you say like, I want to do that. I want to become a rapper, or was you a kid? Maybe you were older, maybe you were a teenager or something.
It's really hard to pin that on one person.
Yeah.
Because there's a few that I could kind of say that about.
Yeah.
Just a few. But, when I was like, when I was younger, I was like 5 or 6 hearing like songs that, my cousins would play and stuff like that, but I don't think I really got my first, like, my own CD to go play in my room until I was around 8 years old. Huh. And then I had, like, a Lil White CD.
Yeah.
And I had a Haystack CD. And I had, like, a 36 Mafia CD.
Yeah.
And that's really what I listened to growing up was, like, also had an Eminem CD, but, like, 36 Mafia, Lil White, Haystack, Eminem. Those were the rappers that I grew up listening to at a young age that made me want to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That's what I was raised listening to.
I think that a lot of that conveys in your style now. So I think that,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a bunch of huge influences. I would have guessed. I can definitely tell.
I've worked with a lot of them too now.
Yeah.
So,
you had a song with Stack back in the day, and
we done stuff now with Project Pat, Crunchy Black.
Oh yeah.
White.
Now that's crazy, man.
Stack.
Because I remember that Project Pat album when I was like 6th grade, dude. It was like the album. Everybody was singing Chicken Heads for it.
Yeah.
That's another person, dude. I would love Project Pat. If you're watching this, bro, I'd love to give you an interview, man. But no, that's another legend, man. I forgot you had a song with Project Pat. See, this guy, man, he stays moving all the time. I took a break for a while, man, and I've forgotten.
You know, today
all the stuff.
Today we released a song with C2 too.
Today,
so I don't know if everybody today.
Wow.
Today,
okay.
I don't. Well, you know, this will be coming out later.
Yeah.
Today's April 16th.
Okay.
The song with C2 dropped today, and
I'll go check that out.
C2, that's DJ Paul's nephew and Lord Infamous's son, Lil Infamous.
Oh, okay.
So it's Loco Dunn and Lil Infamous C2.
I didn't know.
That's what that is.
I get okay.
Yeah, check
I didn't.
them out if you ain't listening to this, man. It's
so C2 as far as referring to 3 6 Mafia. Yeah. Related to wow.
It's
cool.
real. Yeah, I like their music, man, for sure, and they're like continuing that legacy. So
that's really
shout out
cool.
to them, man. Yeah, we dropped a song today, so it's on both of our platforms, like their Spotify, my Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere, so they can find it anywhere. It's called Till I'm Dead. Song's good too, man. Shout out to Wee Wee. Wee Wee made the beat. That's his name. So it played that beat. Wee Wee. People heard that beat tag. But
nice, man. So yeah, y'all go check that out. Marcotic 615 is his YouTube. What's your Spotify? Just
just Marcotic on Spotify. So
yeah, y'all go check that out. Gosh, man.
Remember back in the day, people always used to get my name confused and call me Mobile Home Rich.
I remember
at the old Mud Park. Like
I remember
the Mud Park
kids.
shows at the beginning. They'd be like, "It's Mobile Home Rich."
Yeah, the kid. What's his name? Brantley, or what's that kid's name? He can rap a little bit.
Bo's son.
Yeah, Bo's. So yeah, he would always say, "Hey, there's Mobile Home Rich." There's Mobile. It was a cool kid. But
Lil
yeah, man.
Bars,
Hey,
Lil Bars is what they call them.
Lil Bars. That's it.
He did some little like reels with me and stuff. You filmed them, yeah? You filmed the reels with them.
Yeah.
He used to be like, "I'm Mobile Home Rich, bitch," and then he slammed the door.
That's good times, man. But hey, man, you know what though? At least you got a slogan that people remember. That's hard. That's hard to do.
Everybody like rallies. That's really a lot of what did it for me too. Cause I tell people all the time, like, man, you gotta have a brand.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mobile Home Rich, man. Everybody in the trailer. If you're living in the trailer, barely getting by, you're Mobile Home Rich. Like, people think it means having a lot of money or something. It don't, man. It's like a lifestyle, a way of life. So,
if you got a mobile home, you got the heat on, you got some AC, you got some running water, you're Mobile Home Rich.
Yeah,
man.
you got some ramen noodles, you
Just
got a pit bull, and
how do we forget the ramen noodles? That's right.
I don't know, you can't forget.
Oh man. All right, man. So this is a weird question, but I think it has a lot to do with the way that you do stuff, and I do, and like all these kind of older-ish artists do stuff. Do you think growing up making music before the TikTok era, like, has contributed to the way that you don't just sit on the internet all the time? You do, but you do shows.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I
do a lot of shows.
I hate TikTok. I've never been a big TikToker. I got one. Go follow my damn TikTok, man. I need some help over on TikTok. But, man, a lot of big artists don't have a TikTok. A lot of big artists don't, especially the older ones, because it's something newer.
Right.
And, you know, if you got on it when it first came out, it was a lot easier to get a big account back then. And, like, I came into it way late and immediately got banned and just... Yeah, immediately got banned for just stupid stuff.
Yeah, and, you did it you kind of did it like the older fashioned way. You went and you got the features and you start playing the shows. And I mean, that's what I like. And TikTok is cool, but the only thing with me and TikTok is like, it's cool to get a following or whatever, but there's a lot of kids that just sit on TikTok and they don't ever play a show. And they're just on the internet.
TikTok famous. There's a lot of TikTok famous artists is what you call it. They're TikTok famous. And, hey, that's your thing.
It's okay.
That's your thing. But TikTok didn't work out for me.
Right,
man, but too, you know, people don't realize I came up in the era where I would record songs, burn them on a CD, and pass them out at the mall. Like back in those days. So I was a part of those days where people were trying to hand sell CDs
out of their trunks.
I still got a CD player in the truck. You know what I mean? Just because I feel weird without one. Like, what happens if I need it? But yeah. So back then, you know, it was different. We didn't really have all the. I can't even tell you exactly when all the streaming came out or when we realized like this is what we need to do to stream. You know, so. Yeah, I was in the phase where if anybody has one of my first CDs, contact me because I've actually don't have no copies anymore of some of the very first ones. I don't know if anybody still has one. Man, I had some songs that I had recorded on a USB microphone. Man, I used to go hand out and try to sell these damn CDs.
They just
these
plug
old
into
songs, man. And
like just the USB and
yeah, no interface. Just plug the mic, little M audio one. But anyways, I used to sell CDs. Had some blank CDs. I'd sell them. If anybody has one, contact me. I'll buy that thing back from you. But yeah, I had old CDs floating around, a bunch of them. So I kept some of the older ones, but the beginning ones I don't even have anymore. So
right. I mean, I'm not hating on anybody, but like TikTok and all that stuff, like it's a good tool. For sure.
Yeah.
But like if you're not, to me,
it don't make or break you.
If you're not meeting people in real life and like hearing the stories and getting pictures and, you know, and to me it's just like kind of just a little bit piece of the industry.
Yeah.
But
now
yeah,
you got the YouTube. Now everybody looks at YouTube and Spotify. I mean, when it comes down to it, that's where they're all, to be real. Some of the artists don't even have social media. It's like it comes down to the numbers, the sales, the YouTube, the Spotify, the Pandora,
right?
You know, the Apple Music. Like, you don't really gotta have none of those if you're doing good on the other side. You know what I mean?
That's true, man. There's a lot of people out there, big names, and they don't even really mess with it. But I mean, you know, I mean,
someone else runs it. You know,
right. I mean, it's a good tool. I'm not hating on anybody's. The way they're coming up or whatever. I mean, I've had videos do good on there. It's always good to try to do what you can, but to me, man, it's only one facet, and I see a lot of just people who aren't well-rounded artists is what I'm trying to say. You're well-rounded, bro. We travel, shoot music videos, do shows, and you stay working, and to me, that's what an artist is supposed to do.
Yeah, we pretty much, man, lived on the road for a while. Like, we just, you know, even now, still, I'm like always going somewhere. You know, tomorrow I'm going to get a tattoo, and I leave in the morning to go to Kansas City, Missouri. Yep.
Oh, really? Oh,
for 4/19. It's me, Just in Time, Lil White, Rich Regal.
Oh, cool.
Which is Lil White and Just in Time show. I'm just the supporting act on it.
Sweet.
But then you got Cottonmouth Kings the next day for 4/20. So that's what we're about to go do. So that's gonna be fun, man. I remember Cottonmouth Kings. I'm supposed to be shooting a music video with Just in Time down there again. So we're dropping another one since Ride Out. Ride Out did good. He was there for, you know, all that time. But
Ride Out, man. Ride Out it gets stuck in my head whenever I was working on your videos. It gets stuck in my head for a long time. Yeah, y'all check out Ride Out, Just in Time.
That's what we always hear at the Mud Parks playing, you know. So
perfect song for a Mud Park. Y'all check out Ride Out, Just in Time, and Marcotic. That song's been out for a while, but he's got another one going to come out soon. So
yeah, they just dropped the album too, man. White and Justin, they
finally drop it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it, man. I've been seeing them talking about it, and I've been out of the loop lately, but that's gonna be good. Y'all check all that out, man. He's got Marcotic's got a good group of people, man, who you know, they really push for each other. I love that. You know,
well, it drops May 1st. May 1st is when they drop.
Larry Dale Reed. So May 1st. Okay, May 1st is whenever they're. Yeah, I can't remember if it came out yet. So Larry Dale Reed and Mike and Justin, all them, man, they're a great group of guys. They really push for each other, man. And Little White.
Yeah, we got a lot of good footage at the last rave, man. When we shot Let the Mud Fly.
Yep. Well, there's a picture.
He was in the mud hole with me.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I'll put some pictures on here.
Oh, that's the picture from it, man.
Yeah, that's the picture I took. Yeah, pull that down.
Show it to him.
Yeah. That's a picture I took.
I wonder if when I lean back, if I'm leaving the frame or not.
I'm proud of that picture, man. I am proud of it. That's pretty cool.
I don't know how to line it up for the camera, but this is one of my favorite ones, man. I know it's it's iTunes number 4. I'm trying to get me a number 1, but It's a 25 song album. That's the highest that I got, number 4 on iTunes. So I had to plaque it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he took that picture. So that's my Jeep back there.
Yeah. That was cool, man.
And we really covered in mud for the photo. You know, it ain't not just acting and rapping about mud and trucks. We're out there doing it. You know what I mean? So,
it's real mud.
It's real mud.
I put some pictures on here from the raid. That was probably one of the funnest raids, dude, I've been to.
I was in that Muddy Beats magazine too.
Muddy Beats, yeah.
Since then, I was on the cover of that Muddy Beats magazine.
I took that picture too. It's in front of the trailer where we shot where you were doing the running.
You did take that picture.
I did,
yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. It's been pretty cool. All right, man. So you've released 6 albums. About 6 albums. Okay. So I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be really hard. But can you look them up? Let's name every album real quick. Let's just name every album. Let's just do that.
I can name. Actually, I don't think I have to pull it up. I got 6 out, 3 on the way.
3 on the way.
But I actually got 1 dropping May 27th. A whole new album.
Nice.
But yeah, I started out with Mobile Home Records. You want to know the years of them?
Yeah, man. Give us a discography real quick, and then I'm going to ask you if you can choose which one will be your favorite.
Okay.
It's a hard choice though, man, because they're all like little babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me, it comes down between 2 of them. But man, starting out for the albums, my first album, still out now, was Mobile Home Records. That's at the very beginning of 2021. Then I dropped a double album. One was called Country Rap, and one was called Southern Trap. So that's 2 albums.
I remember that. Your face was
my face is split, and it makes one big banner. That was awesome. That's the album that had the song with White on it and the Lost Soul song, and
I like that song. That's one I like the Lost Soul song.
And then I followed all that up in 2022 with Mobile Home Rich. That was the album that had 12s on it. Had the song with White Folks and Country Black. Had the Just in Time song on it. That's the one that had the Hardest Rapper Out My City song that was on BET Jams.
Oh yeah, and I shot that one. Yeah. So he had a song on BET Jams.
Man, they let me on BET Jams somehow. So. Hardest Rapper Out My City. They let me on there. They made me bleep. They made me bleep the word cracker out. I've never said that anywhere to now, but BET Jams, they made me beep the word cracker out. My manager at the time, he was like, "Well, he's white. He's calling himself a cracker." But you still gotta bleep it. So,
that's a cool.
And hey, I got a video of me watching it on TV, and it bleeping the word cracker out. So
that's gonna be a short. That's gonna be the best short ever.
Yeah, BET Jams made me bleep out cracker. That's a short.
That's a short right there, bro. That's hilarious.
And my manager at the time was like, "He's calling himself a cracker."
That darn well might be the intro to the whole video.
Yeah.
No, so you got 6 albums.
Shout out BET Jams. They'll probably, when they hear that, they'll probably never let me back on. But
we're gonna tag them though.
Hey.
World Star, maybe World Star.
Yeah. I didn't think I was ever getting back on anyway, so it's all good.
Hey.
Y'all gonna have to come up with a country rap channel, man, because it's coming. The genre's getting big.
Yeah,
But not to get off from where you said, man, mess up the question.
Yeah.
2022 was Mobile Home Rich, that album. Then in 2023, I had Hungover on Mud and Whiskey. That is a 26-song album that I released. And in 2023, we had Hungover on Mud and Whiskey. That's that 25-song album I dropped. You know what I'm saying? That's the big one that had, man, that's got Charlie P, Best Believe, Project Pat, Leroy Biggs.
Wow, yeah.
It's got Colt Ford, Space Dad, Instigator, Dustin Spears. He's on it. Got Dirty Prescott Kids, Catfish Cooley, Rocky Luciano.
Dude, that's packed.
It's got Pelvis Presley on it. Chad Arms is on the end of it.
I didn't even realize all that.
It had a lot of people on it. It's a big album, man. Everybody would tell me, you got to do small albums. And, you know, back in the day, growing up, albums were huge.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm like, well, why are we doing that now? So I dropped a 25-song album.
It's pretty cool. You will get your money's worth if you buy that one.
Oh yeah, for
100%.
sure. And then following that up, the last full album I put out was Mobile Home Projects, the duo album with White Gold on it. So, and we charted that one number 6.
Nice.
On iTunes. But,
every time you put a new one out, I've noticed you got a little bit higher on the charts, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the number 1, but
it's pretty cool, man. It's hard. So which
it's hard
one?
to beat Nicki Minaj. And
yeah, right.
with the same song, you know.
Well, Beyonce is country now. It's hard to beat them.
It's hard to get those industry on those charts. You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it's such a big deal just to be up there with, you know, the greats and the big names, and
it's really
a big deal to get on it at all.
Something you can always say you done, man. Look back and done. So which one was your favorite album?
My favorite one though, it'd have to be Hungover on Mud and Whiskey, because that's like the breakthrough one that I gave my all to. Like, did everything I could do for it in that album, and like gave everything I had to it. And I had my sound down by then, but
put everybody on it too.
Yeah, I had a lot of people on that one. So
that's a lot of work on that album.
Had half the genre on it, man. So, yeah, but May 27th, I got the Single Wide Certified album coming out.
May 27th.
Yep, May 27th.
Well, so guys, y'all can expect from Marcotic a lot of new albums, man. You're never gonna fall behind with getting new material, new albums. So
I'm gonna tell them too, man. Shout out to BK Fat Works. Show them their logo.
With your Jeep.
Yeah, man. That's my Jeep sponsor. We got merch out too for Cherokee Gang. May 2nd, we got a song coming out. It's called Cherokee Gang, man. It's about the off-roading, like riding the Jeep, man. So
May 2nd's got a song coming out. He plays a show tomorrow night. You'll be seeing this too late for that.
For tomorrow, yeah. Leaving tomorrow.
Oh, leaving tomorrow. So May 27th, he's got another album coming out. Mm-hmm. Man, guys, save the dates here.
It's stacked, man. May 20th, I got a single dropping. May 27th, the album, and then today we just put one out. So trying to stay on top of it, man.
You know, so that being said, you've had a ton of features, even with some big name people. Who is an artist you've never had a feature with that you like? Hey, they're at the top of your list, man. I really want to feature with this artist. I really think that would do good, and think we have similar styles or whatever. Who is an artist you haven't worked with yet that you're like, man, I really want to do some of that?
I mean, I don't know to say it like, because I know you've interviewed him and stuff, but like, man, Upchurch is one of my favorite, like, just being in that genre. Yeah. You know, everybody wants to do like a song with Church. Like, he's one of the creators, or like the one that really brought the genre out like that. Yeah. That's somebody, which I've said it in songs before, but that's somebody I always listened to and looked at that like never gave a shit about what nobody thought, what nobody said.
That's facts right there.
And like did his own thing and was himself. You know, we got a lot of rappers just rapping about selling dope and robbing liquor stores and driving Lamborghinis that live with their mom, or drive a Caprice or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's somebody that came out like, you know, just being himself. Yeah. So. Yeah. And I feel like that's why people gravitate to my music, people that like my music, because I came out being myself. I didn't try to be nobody else. I was like screaming Mobile Home Rich. And
Mobile Home Rich is original.
I like his music. I like Broadnax's music.
Yeah, Broadnax is cool.
Adam Calhoun. I like his music. Man, there's so many. DJ Paul. It's hard to say one. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody that it's like a continued journey, you know what I mean? Because I've like already worked with people that I just really wanted to, that I grew up listening to. Yeah. So it's like just trying to go along your career and add to that list, you know what I'm saying? I've always listened to Bubba Sparks. I like his stuff, and
I think you and Bubba would do something really cool.
Yeah, I like he's like an OG to it, you know, for sure. So
man,
I like Bubba Sparks' stuff, man, and
Upchurch would be at the top of my list too, bro. Just because I mean, I did interview him. We talked about it or whatever a little bit. I release music sometimes. And,
I know. I watched the interview. After that interview, I was like, damn, I ain't got a camera guy no more. My camera guy's gone, man.
No, just take a break.
He started doing the YouTube thing, man. So
trying to just take a break and do some YouTube for myself. I've never done any YouTube for myself before, but yeah, up church, man. We talked about kind of maybe working on. I do some music stuff, and to me, man, just like if you were in the studio with him, or I was in the studio with him, or whoever, it's almost like it's with somebody like that. It's not just dialed in and you know what's going to come out. It's almost like you can bet something different is going to happen. If you're in the studio with him, it will be something completely different than if I was, or if Broadnex was in the studio with him, or whatever. That's the cool thing about Upchurch to me is like you never know what he's going to put out because the dude has done country, he's done rock, he's done all of it. So
yeah, Broadnex is a monster on stage, man. I was on a show. I went on. They was on the tour with Adam. I went to it and I seen him and Demon Jones and Adam perform, and Broadnex is a monster on stage. He gets into it.
He stays moving, don't he?
Yeah. He's into it. He's good.
I saw him. That's the first time I seen him perform is in Nashville. He opened up for Upchurch, and I got to meet him or whatever. And we're supposed to do an interview at some point. So I saw him perform though, man, and dude's like 40 something years old, and he's running around like he's 18, bro. Just like rocking out and stuff. Yeah. He's got a really cool.
He calls himself Pawpaw, and he's got the long beard. It's like fits his image, and like. Yeah. And he's rapping about like be humble and kind, like you know what I mean. So
yeah, he's original. Message. He's original too. You first of all with Broadnex.
I feel like every big artist is original, like to an extent. Like every like breakthrough artist that we really look up to is super original.
That's
like,
one thing that made them. That's one thing that made. Yeah.
It got them where they was. They was like original and not just trying to copy the.
That makes sense.
The next person. So
that makes sense. But that was a good answer, man. Maybe.
But yeah, I've just
maybe one day one of those artists will be watching, and maybe we'll maybe they'll link up. Yeah, you never know, man.
You never know, man. I've worked Kid Rock too. I gotta say.
Oh, Kid Rock. Yeah.
Kid Rock's somebody that I'd like to do a song with or work with. Somebody I still listen to. I still ride around listening to Kid Rock.
Right.
For real.
Legendary, man. That's legendary.
I like Yellow Wolf too. Like, you know what I mean? I listen to a lot of Yellow Wolf. People always try to tell me I sound like Yellow Wolf. And I will admit, like in the early days, I did have that. It's because I got a light voice and was a fast rapper. Did like a lot of the double time rap. But definitely got my own sound now. But that's somebody who I really always listen to. You know
he's got a really original style too. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a good point about that, man. But yeah, I thought that was a good question because you have worked with so many people. I was thinking to myself whenever I was writing questions down. I was like, who would be?
Well, the first one that I ever worked with was White. Because when I was younger, that was so that was the first one I worked with, and now I just make music, and every now and then try to go work with somebody new that I grew up listening to, type thing, and just keep knocking stuff off the bucket list. You know what I mean? It's like to me, that's what it is. It's like every time I work with somebody new that I grew up listening to, it's like I don't know, it's something people never thought I would do. You know what I mean? Like I remember a time where I was always like everybody. I feel like every artist that ever's made it whatsoever had a point in his life where nobody like believed in him, and nobody thought him. Was it people told him not to do it? Like nobody believed in him at all.
Yep.
And so I feel like every time you do something like that,
it's motivation. You used it as motivation.
Yeah.
Yep. And dude, it's so, and that I feel the same way about, and I know there's been people say stuff behind my back or behind your back that you don't know about, and they're like, oh man, so and so sucks. He ain't never gonna blah blah blah. But then whenever you do that, bro, that's the best. It's the best feeling whenever you believe in yourself.
Like even right now, I have people. I don't know how people always think. I know how some people think of it, but like right now, I've barely got to where I make enough money to survive, like off my music and streams and just all my channel stuff combined. So to be able to actually do that, so I could focus more on music, it's like a big deal. You know what I mean?
That's
to be
a
able
huge deal. Yeah.
Barely pay your bills, to be able to focus on your goal. You know,
dude, I don't care what anybody says, and it doesn't matter if you're making $500 a week or $5 million a week. if you're surviving off your own music, that's an accomplishment, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're making 500 or whatever or 200 a week. If you're able to survive off your own music, bro, not many people can say that.
Yeah.
Most people cannot say that.
It took me a long time, and like I got different goals I'll set for it, and that's another reason I'm trying to pump a catalog out. You know, I stay grinding so hard because you got to have that back catalog. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, because the more you add to it, the more it's going to keep. A little bit here, a little bit there, and it all adds up. That's great, dude. That's awesome. So what's the biggest thing? And I don't know, we might have just answered this, but what's the biggest thing that motivates you just to keep pushing as hard as you do? Because you literally, like you said, wake up every day and you're just like, I'm gonna keep going until I have whatever I want in life. But what is that? What is it? Just like you said, paying your bills, or is it seeing your kids have things you never had?
At this point, it's like I got 3 kids and a family to take care of, and at this point, it's like I don't have another option. Like if it don't work out, if it don't work for me, like I'm back doing construction. You know what I mean? So
right,
it's like I just want to build a legacy and like something to leave my kids that I can be proud of. And like if I die, I still got this catalog of music to leave to my kids to where the money will build up and they'll have this much money and it just a legacy and a name, not just for myself, because I have like Mobile Home Rich. We have some artists on it as well. Shout out Vicky Blue.
Yeah,
that's an artist.
Yeah.
That I have signed to my own little record label. You know what I mean? And it's just building a legacy. Like
I shot a Vicky Blue video too, and he's a good dude, man. Just leaving a legacy for your family, for your kids, and
that's what I do it for.
I can relate to that for sure, man. My dad and my family, my uncles and everybody, they've had to work pretty much just kill themselves their whole life for whatever they have. And so you want to make your family proud, man. I mean, I relate to that too. They never got the chance to do, first of all, technology.
Yeah.
Back in the 1960s and 70s, you couldn't just put a home studio in your home. You had to have god-awful amounts of money to be able to record an album. And
it was a lot more expensive.
Yeah. They never had the ability to do that.
If I like build up the brand of it too, you know what I'm saying? That's something bigger that I can like pass on to be able to build that brand and help other artists and other people as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just at first, I went to school for audio engineering, so I wanted to be in music. That's all I ever wanted to be in was music. And I really just went to be able to afford to record myself, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Originally, I just went to school. I was in Vol State in Gallatin, Tennessee, to learn to record because I just couldn't afford to pay crazy engineering costs. So I was trying to record myself. And that's how I started.
Bro, I mean so if there's one takeaway, in my opinion, from this interview, it would be ramen noodles first. No, I'm just kidding. It would be for sure that if you want something bad enough, whether you went to school for it or you found a way to make money to buy the features or whatever you're doing, or stay playing shows, stay networking, build relationships. If you want something bad enough and you work hard enough and you have talent, eventually you're gonna find it. You're gonna find success.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
for
that's
sure.
a big
something
takeaway.
You wake up every day and chase that you're gonna get to that point, or to a point of it whatsoever. Like no matter what ends up happening from here, right now, even if I go on to never get any bigger than I am right now, I still feel like to me I made it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I accomplished certain goals to where if I never get bigger than I am now, to me I still,
shared the stage
did what
with
I wanted to do and
shared the stage with legends. You've hit
I got my foot barely
iTunes.
in the door. You know what I mean? To me,
Right.
I got my foot in the door.
So unless you have anything else to add,
I do actually. Where in the hell did you find Etney's skateboard shoes? This whole interview, I've been looking at his shoes.
yeah, I got a muddy while ago
And they're
too.
Etney's.
I'm gonna put a shot of them in there. I'm proud
Where
of
did
these
you
shoes.
find those?
You'll never guess, bro. It's so obvious. but you
2008?
Walmart. $35, and I hate it.
They don't have Etney's at Walmart.
$35 at Walmart.
They don't have Etnies in Walmart.
$35 at Walmart.
Did they start selling Etnies at Walmart?
Absolutely. In Gallatin. I got these in Gallatin.
They sold those in
They
Walmart.
have a brown. They have a brown pair
right
too.
now?
Yeah, no, I swear to God.
Remember
And they're actually don't look. They're actually like
they've done fall into selling at Walmart.
Hey, Etnies had to sell out, but hey, you know what?
Dude, I got
I'm
like
glad
10
they did.
pairs of old Etnies in from where I collect shoes, but they're the old skateboard Etnies that we used to skate in.
No.
And now you telling me Walmart sells them? None of them shoes are worth shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I got a pair of Audios too.
These are probably way less quality than the originals was.
I thought they were older. Looking at them.
Yeah, they look
crazy.
They look legit. I had a pair of Etnies skating back in the day, and they seemed like they were better quality than this, but I don't know. I had to buy a pair, dude. $35, and I was like, hey, I don't care if they're from Walmart or not. It took me back.
I didn't know Walmart was selling Etnies. That's nuts.
It took me back to my old days. But Walmart Gallatin, bro, I swear.
Shout out Walmart.
Shout out
Walmart. Y'all need to sponsor me, but all you gotta do is send me ramen noodles.
Mobile Home Rich shoes.
And water bottles with Kool-Aid. That's all you gotta send me.
Mobile Home Rich shirts and shoes for a ramen noodle deal.
Oh, dude, if Walmart sold Mobile Home Rich shirts, think of how many sales they would get.
You'd be huge, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
People would be typing in Mobile Home Rich on the internet. They'd be like...
Yeah, I'd be great, but they would get rich because everybody would want a Mobile Home Rich shirt. Everybody in the world wants a Mobile Home Rich t-shirt because they see it and they're like, it's so fucking awesome.
I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here and say most people who live in a mobile home do shop at Walmart. So
I shop at Walmart, bro.
I do too.
I love Walmart. They got the cheapest groceries.
Yeah. So unless you have anything else to add, I got one last question. And unless you're gonna make them pay for the game, say, hey, y'all got to buy the album, then I'll give you the game. What is some advice you could give to an up and coming artist who is just starting from scratch? Man, they ain't got a penny to their name. Maybe they're still living with their parents and they're trying to just like figure out maybe how to do this. Like, what is the best advice you could give?
Buy the album. Buy the album. If you live in a trailer, your music will sound great. If you don't, it's not gonna sound good. If you live in a trailer and you make an album, it's gonna be great. And then if you move to a house, your album's gonna be shit. No, I'm just kidding. On a serious note,
ramen noodles help the vocal cords.
That I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's something that you gotta wake up every day and do. I don't feel like anybody that's ever made it in music, and it's a journey too. Like people will always think, oh, this artist has made it, and they might just be at the bottom of the totem pole. Like it's not something you can just do. It's something you gotta do the rest of your life. It's something you do every day. You know what I mean? It's something like every day you're doing a video or like talking to somebody about one, setting a date. You gotta be writing a song, buying a beat, recording a song, mixing one.
It's a way of life,
man. Shooting a video, going to a show. It's a constant, everyday thing, and if you're doing music, it's gonna be like that. I feel like for the rest of your life. So
Mobile Home Rich, a way of life. Right.
And too, like I said earlier, the quality thing, man. You can't put out terrible quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna wanna watch it or hear it. So
it's a good product. Hard work. Always stay working.
And it's a constant thing too. Like you think every time you get to a point, you think, oh, if I just do this, I've made it. I feel like you've never really made it until you just one of the biggest artists out there. You've never really made it. It's like there's always something else to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a good point too. So good. Make sure you have a good product. Work hard, get better, hone your craft, get your skills better. Make it a way of life. Grind every day as hard as you can, and then eat ramen noodles because they loosen up the vocal cords.
And don't ever live in a house. Live in a trailer. Now, a single wide is a lot better. If you get a double wide, we still accept you. But if you live in a single wide, your life will be better. It will.
Music comes out better, man.
Yeah, Kid Rock lived in a single wide. When he made his first, all his songs.
Church did. Church had a single wide.
I'm joking about Kid Rock, but that'd be cool for the street. He made it up.
Church lived in a single.
Church lived in a single wide. He said that. So.
Is that a Rolex?
No, it's not. This is a Bulva.
Oh, that's a nice watch too.
They're not too bad, but they're not
Mobile
too
home Rolex.
expensive.
All right,
I'd
guys.
never buy a Rolex.
It's been about an hour or so with Marcotic 615. Y'all get on his YouTube, go down the rabbit hole. He's already got 6 albums out. He's got three more dropping. He's got 3 more albums dropping already. He's always on the road. He's always on tour. Go find a show near you.
And I got a nicer single-wide trailer than any country rapper in the genre. Nobody in country rap has a nicer trailer, single-wide trailer than me. Mine's the nicest.
Let's see them. Hey,
Yes, it is.
anybody who wants to enter that competition, leave a comment below.
Because my trailer's better.